So bivalves, gastropods, and cephalopods. There are three subgroups. They are double-walled shells, which completely encloses the tender bodies. They have single-wall. Gastropods have single-walled shells. They have single-walled shells. Okay, and then their bodies may not be completely covered, and they can come, walk outside, and then go inside in face of danger. They have a well-developed head with eyes and tentacles. Okay, and this is a large flat foot which helps them in digging and locomotion. And cephalopods, their shells are completely external, internal, or completely absent. So for a nautilus, we have a shell. In octopus and sepia, the shell is non-existent completely. And they have, their foot is divided into several tentacles, which helps them in a lot of movement. Bivalves are the most immobile. Some of them, most of them are not mobile at all. They're completely attached to a rock or to some surface. Scallop is the first, in fact, a bivalve which has some sort of a movement, flapping movement. Okay, so they are the most immobile and they are the most mobile. These are the remedies we have. We have several remedies. So, for example, in bivalve, from oyster, mother of pearl, clam, mytilus, pecten jacobius, and in the pearl, we have two. One is the common blue mussel, and the second is the actual pearl. You know, the remedy is made out of the pearl, which is found within Mytilus edulis. So we have two remedies. In gastropods, we have Helix aspersa, which is the garden snail. We have the toasted edible snail. We have Cypria. We have Murex and Patella. In cephalopods, we have Nautilus, what we did today. Then, of course, we have sepia, some squid remedies. There are a couple of octopus remedies as well. Okay. So we started our understanding of mollusks through the sensation method. Okay. So you come to the kingdom animal, then you come to the mollusk subgroup through sensation words: vulnerability, feeling exposed, need for protection, shelter, security, go inside, close, shut in, go out of reach, become inaccessible, keep the world outside, and I have to protect my soft, vulnerable self. These are some of this is the mollusk language. They withdraw into the shell, they hide, they cover up, they pull the blanket all the way up. I pull myself back, I retract, I withhold, I withdraw, I retreat, I pull in and close. So this is the movement we're talking about, going backwards, going behind. Then they will use words like that this going inside, this shell, this protection, then becomes cage, enclosed, firm, rigid, protection, shelter, walls, but also walls myself away. You know, I'm not accessible to the world. So that shield, that covering, that guard, that armor can become enclosing, can become suffocating. So they could talk like this also. They feel isolated, secluded, and then they lose excitement. They lose all the liveliness. They feel confined, caged, claustrophobic, suffocated. They feel detached from the world, in their own world. There is space between me and the world. And this is their experience in the show. And then they can be endangered. You know, they will have danger through smashing, crushing, drying out, pulling, pounding, breaking through, shattering. So these are also other words that come up in your case taking. Then from a miasmatic perspective, when we learned the sensation method for mollusks, we understood that bivalves are more psychotic. Then we have malaria and tuberculosisms in the gastropods and more leprous syphilitic in the cephalopods. That was the overall understanding that we received from the sensation.